first Hey I'm Talking here of 2025. Frankie Corrado, great to see you. First of all, Happy New Year. Did you have any New Year's resolutions for this coming year?
Jay, Happy New Year. I don't have any resolutions. I just want to be a good person. I don't know. Is that what everyone says? I don't know. I'm not a big resolution guy.
Me neither. I'm happy with the way I am. Frankly, I'm perfect. Frankie, Austin Matthews returned to the Leafs lineup after missing 6 games with an undisclosed upper body injury. How did he look to you in his return to action?
Jay, he looked as healthy, as strong, as fast as he's looked all season long. And that's great news for him. It's great news for the team because he's been dealing with some kind of lingering issue. And when that's the case, like, you just want to see progress from the player. And everything that Matthews did tonight, it felt like he welcomed body contact and a lot of the impact on the team where, you see Matthews go into stick battles, win those battles. Well, that helped the team in so many ways because, you get a goal from a defenseman, something that doesn't happen with this group very often. You get a Matthew Knies hat trick, a player who hadn't scored in 9 straight games coming into this game. A lot of those goals come off the work of Austin Matthews welcoming that kind of body contact, and that's exactly what you want to see from a player who's trying to come back from an injury. And he does it, Jay, in 3 minutes less ice time than what he would normally get on an average night, less than 20 minutes for him. But the other thing that you see in Austin Matthews' game tonight is that speed, that separating speed that he usually has that we haven't seen as much this season. This was a really nice performance for Austin Matthews. It was reassuring if you were worried about how Austin Matthews was going to look the rest of the season. Now we just have to see, how does he recover and can he stay in the lineup, and how long can he play at this level, which he's one of the best players in the game. I'm sure he can play at this level for a long period of time.
Next up for the Maple Leafs, a home-and-home against John Tortorella's Philadelphia Flyers. Frankie Corrado.
With having him in the lineup gives you a lot more options, obviously, and he just drives the pace of play. More, like he's just extremely hard worker, plays 200 feet. The pace goes up for everybody.
As a coach, how do you manage him, knowing that he's already had one setback where he's had to?
No, definitely, that's tough because type of guy you want on the ice as much as you can. But at the same time, my job is to manage that, and we'll get communication with him, how he's feeling and what's going on. So we'll kind of try to limit that as best we can.
What led you to choosing to put him with Mitch for the morning skate?
They got good success together. No, there was actually a lot of discussion about it. Where does he go and what do we do? But I think more than anything, I just like the look of, that line together, and they played extremely well this year for us. And, Willie and Tavares and Pacioretty has played well. The Domi line's playing well together, and then, just had to make a couple lineup decisions, with Reeves and Holmberg.
This is largely your healthiest lineup all year. I mean, I know Hakanpää, Yarncroft, maybe there's some bumps and bruises. What's that like for you to have basically every option you can have?
No, it's nice. It's great. And like I said, we have healthy guys that aren't playing tonight, and they're important parts of the team. Timmins, Reeves, Holmberg are out tonight. I know Hakanpää and some guys are hurt, but we got to make decisions what's best for the team and what kind of lineup we want. We got back-to-back games, so but it's nice to have a full lineup and be able to work with that, and gives you options, right?
You're the kind of coach that doesn't like your healthy scratches to sit too long, it would appear. You want guys to keep playing. Why do you like that?
Yeah, no, because they're important and they're a big part of the team. 23-man roster, they're not here to watch. They're here to play. And I get, you don't want to change your lineup a lot, but there is opportunities to get guys playing and keep them going because they're, like I said, they're an important part of the team. And we've had so many back-to-backs this year that it made it a lot easier to switch guys in and out. But like I said, I always tell these guys, I get it. It's hard. You don't want to sit out. You don't want to miss games. You want to play, and I understand that fully. But we got to make decisions, and they're hard ones. But it doesn't mean that you're not a big part of the team, because you are.
Please here for Philippe Myers, undrafted guy, gets a 2-year deal.
Yeah, I'm very happy for him. I thought in camp he earned a job. which is important for a guy like that coming in. He played extremely well in training camp, and here he's got a 2-year deal, and he's playing for us, and he's playing well. He's physical, simple, on the penalty kill, and he's got great size and reach.
Seems like forever ago now, but you scratched Bobby McMahon on opening night. How different is the player you're seeing now to the one you had in camp?
Well, totally different. I used the term the other day with Knives, just reckless. Like, he's skating and attacking, and that's his game. He's got great size, great feet, and he's playing this North hockey, and he's very successful. Been very successful. So very pleased with him and his growth as a player and coming along, coming out of camp, not a great camp, but he's moving now.
Joe tonight? Yeah.
Yeah.
Leafs all in on center hunt. Treliving's bold moves could shape Toronto's future. As a die-hard Toronto Maple Leaf supporter, it's hard not to get excited about the latest trade buzz surrounding the team. Brad Treliving, the Leafs general manager, appears poised to make some daring moves to strengthen the squad's depth down the middle. The whispers of significant trades are growing louder, and Elliot Friedman of Sportsnet has added fuel to the fire with his recent revelations. The situation has become even more pressing as the Leafs grapple with the ongoing upper body injury to team captain Austin Matthews. Matthews has already missed the last 4 games, and while the team is doing its best to stay afloat, the need for reinforcements at center is undeniable. Treliving, it seems, is ready to part with valuable assets to address this glaring need. The center's on Treliving's radar. Names like Jake Evans from the Montreal Canadiens, Brock Nelson from the New York Islanders, and the Philadelphia Flyers' Morgan Frost have been mentioned as potential targets. These players bring a mix of experience and skill, each offering something unique to the Leafs lineup. But, as Friedman highlighted during his appearance on the Fan 590's The Fan Hockey Show, the price tags for these players vary significantly. That's the number one thing Treliving, been looking at all season, Friedman noted, emphasizing the GM's focus on finding the right fit at center. This isn't just about plugging a hole, it's about finding a player who can elevate the team to new heights. Priorities in focus. While some fans might argue that the Leafs need help on defense, Friedman suggested that Treliving's primary focus is elsewhere. They did a lot of their work in the off-season. I think now there's a question if they need to go find someone to play with Morgan Reilly, he explained. But, it's not their number one priority. I believe their number one thing all season has been, let's find another center. This clear focus on center depth speaks volumes about Treliving's strategy. The Leafs are willing to pay a hefty price, but there's a caveat: the player must come with term. Why term matters? The preference for term isn't just a strategic move, it's a sign that Treliving is thinking long-term. Rentals can be tempting, especially for a team looking to make a deep playoff run, but they often come with risks. One of the things I've heard is that if they're going to spend assets on a center, they would prefer it to be someone with term, Friedman revealed. This approach ensures that any trade made benefits the Leafs beyond the immediate future. Internal struggles and potential fits. Internally, the Leafs have tried to find solutions. Fraser Minton showed promise earlier this season, but the organization prefers to let him develop further with the Marlies. Meanwhile, the Leafs' current lineup has struggled to maintain its depth in Matthews' absence. One intriguing option could be Vincent Trocheck from the New York Rangers. With the Rangers facing their own challenges, could they be persuaded to part with a player like Trocheck, who already has chemistry with Leaf stars from last year's All-Star game? The road ahead. As the calendar flips to 2025, the trade deadline looms larger. Treliving's actions in the coming months will undoubtedly shape the Leafs' playoff aspirations and potentially their long-term future. For Leafs fans, the anticipation is palpable. Every move, every rumor, and every game feels like a piece of the puzzle. Treliving's willingness to swing for the fences shows a commitment to bringing a championship to Toronto, a dream that has eluded the franchise for far too long. Why this matters? This isn't just another season. This is a chance for the Leafs to solidify their identity as a contender. With Matthews expected to return and the possibility of a major trade to bolster the lineup, the team is poised to make a statement. Treliving's boldness, combined with the team's potential, makes it an exhilarating time to be a Leafs fan. Whether it's Evans, Nelson, Frost, or another unexpected addition, one thing is clear: the Leafs are in it to win it. So, buckle up, Leafs Nation. The journey ahead promises to be as thrilling as it is unpredictable. Treliving's moves could define the legacy of this team, and, hopefully, end the championship drought that has haunted Toronto for decades. The weight of expectations. The Leafs are no strangers to the pressure of the spotlight. Toronto is a hockey city, and the Maple Leafs are its beating heart. Every move made by management is scrutinized, every decision debated endlessly by fans and analysts alike. Treliving stepped into a challenging role when he took over as GM, and his willingness to take bold steps shows he understands the weight of these expectations. What makes this moment particularly critical is the team's current window of contention. With stars like Austin Matthews, Mitch Marner, and William Nylander in their prime, the Leafs are in win-now mode. The front office knows that wasting even a single season could have long-term repercussions. Austin Matthews, the catalyst. Matthews' injury has highlighted just how crucial he is to the team's success. While his absence has been manageable in short bursts, it's clear that the Leafs' center depth isn't built to withstand prolonged stretches without their captain. This has amplified the urgency to bring in another center who can contribute immediately and lessen the load on Matthews when he returns. The captain's recovery timeline is still uncertain, but Treliving's proactive approach suggests the team isn't willing to gamble on waiting too long. The goal is clear: solidify the lineup so that when Matthews is back, the Leafs are firing on all cylinders. The cost of boldness. The term significant assets isn't used lightly. Whether it's high draft picks, promising prospects, or even current roster players, Treliving is signaling that no stone will be left unturned. The Leafs' prospect pool is respectable but not overflowing, meaning any trade will have to be meticulously calculated. There's also the financial aspect. The Leafs are a team that operates near the salary cap, so any addition will require shrewd cap management. Could Treliving pull off a move that strengthens the roster without hamstringing the team's flexibility? If he does, it would be nothing short of a masterstroke. The fan base's role. Leafs Nation, passionate as ever, has already begun dissecting potential trade scenarios. Social media is abuzz with debates about who should be targeted and what assets should be sacrificed. Fans understand the stakes, and there's a growing sense of anticipation, bordering on impatience, for Treliving to make his move. It's a delicate balance for the GM. While fans demand immediate results, he must ensure that any deal aligns with a long-term vision of sustained success. The pressure to deliver is immense, but so is the potential reward. Comparisons to past GMs. Treliving's approach invites comparisons to his predecessors. Some GMs were criticized for being too conservative, while others were seen as overly aggressive. Treliving, however, seems to have struck a balance. He's willing to take risks, but only if they make sense for the team's broader goals. This calculated boldness is exactly what the Leafs need in this pivotal moment. If Treliving can pull off a game-changing trade, he could cement his place as one of the most effective GMs in recent Leafs history. The trade deadline looms. The NHL trade deadline is one of the most exciting times of the year, and this season promises to be no exception. With the Leafs actively shopping for a center, every rumor and report will be magnified. Other teams are watching closely, too, as any move by Toronto could shift the balance of power in the league. It's not just about who the Leafs acquire, it's about what message the move sends. A major trade would signal to the league, and to their own players, that Toronto is all in. That kind of confidence can be infectious, sparking a surge of momentum heading into the playoffs. Lessons from the past. Leafs fans have seen their fair share of trade deadline moves over the years, some more successful than others. From acquiring veterans to bolster playoff runs to making unexpected gambles, the franchise's history offers lessons for Treliving. The key will be avoiding the pitfalls of overpaying for short-term fixes while maximizing the impact of any new additions. The future of Fraser Minten. One of the most intriguing subplots is the development of Fraser Minten. The young center has shown flashes of brilliance but remains a work in progress.